Hello, it's me, Luna. How are you today? I have decided to start doing a new project. This project is going to be called Luna's Art Archive Project, and it is a way for me to showcase my finished artwork just so that I have a way to save it forever. So I hope that you enjoy. Hello, welcome to Luna's Art Archive Project. Today we're going to be looking at one of my houses called Late Night Television. It was made for the HHE18 event. I made it for a user named Gridlok, and it's at 1 Justice Road in Freeport. It's also on the leaderboards, but of course that always changes, and I'm not even going to look up where it is because you just never know where it's going to be on those darn leaderboards. So let's take a look. If you don't know, the HHE event is the event held in the springtime. It's a house swap where you decorate for 3 different holidays: Eurolosi Day, Brew Day, and Bristlebane Day. And so, without further ado, let's take a look. So the first thing I did in here was I wanted something kind of different for the carpet. I wanted it to look like carpet, but I kind of wanted it to look almost like a bachelor pad, like maybe kind of ugly carpeting. And these rugs fit the bill. However, because they were rectangle and it just didn't look right, I I looked up how to do. There's the old-fashioned tiling, like from the 70s, where it was like kind of staggered rectangles a little bit, and that's kind of how I copied to make it work, and it ended up fitting very well, and I was pretty pleased with how it turned out. They're actually you can fall through them, so underneath, and I think even if I examine them, yeah, see, I have a talenite carved tile underneath them too, so that you don't fall through the floor. But let's go ahead and get rid of all this crap and move on. So the walls are actually paintings that turned around. I reskinned the entire room in the paintings. I really like the way the wood turned out. It's just different enough to, be different or whatever, however you want to say it. So I have the books over here that Gridlok and I wrote for. In every event, you get these books. So I'm going to go ahead and read it. Gridlok wrote different stuff about them. Additional request: no holds barred except yellow. No yucky yellow. I am evil after all, and yellow is such a sickly goody color. I swore that this was Kian. Like, I thought this was Kian's house, and because she's the only one I know that hates yellow. So that's all I got from Gridlok. I did not know anything about Gridlok. I didn't know who this person was, and I just had to create the house from that. And then so I wrote in this book, hello, I'm Luna Rosa, your HHE18 decorator. I have another book at the end of the teleport chain. You'll see what I mean by that in just a second, which is my main book where I will talk about the house. Once you are done checking out this first room, step onto the portal pad and choose option 1. I hope you enjoy the story and have fun. P.S. Don't forget to turn off your torch. This room is supposed to be dark. And P.S.S. If it's sunrise or sunset in Norath, which it is not, it's in midday, I would advise you to wait a little bit before using the teleport, especially if this is your first time here. So what I'm going to do is turn off my, there we go. So now you can see it as the dark room it's supposed to be. And I'm actually going to stop the recording here for a second and wait until nighttime. Okay, it is now nighttime. The reason I did that is the main part of the house that I will show you in just a little bit is actually outside, and it gets very bright in it if you try to go in there at sunset or sunrise. It's okay during the day, but I wanted to show you when it's at its best. So that's why I decided to wait. So anyways, so here we go. So if you notice in Gridlok's book, it says that she is a female Sarnak. I completely missed that the first time when I first made this house, and I'll explain the story in just a little bit. So anyways, so it's supposed to be nice and dark in here because it's supposed to be nighttime. I have Kinos out here, even though we're in Freeport, but it, you know, that's one of the nicest scenes that I liked. So if you'll notice, there's Christmas decorations up. So let me keep moving around the room here. Guildhall door over here. This room I tried to keep just simple. So here we go. Here is the main event, the TV. So here's Gridlok. So what happened was I had completely missed that she was a female Sarnak. And one day I had Mary Jane Peach in here looking at things, and she's like, oh, because I was making this like a bachelor pad, like for a man. And she's like, you know, she's a female Sarnak, right? And I was like, oh my gosh, I think the actor's wrong. So then I changed it to a female, or changed the gender of the actor, and it didn't seem to change it much, and I couldn't tell the difference. And then I got all confused as to which one it was. So I told Gridlok to please change it back to female Sarnak, and when that person did, it made the feet sink down into the rug. So that's why the feet are all sunk down. So so that was the problem with the house actor, but me being silly. So basically the whole concept for this house is that this is going to be a infomercial, and so it's all about the TV. And so it says up here, oops, the Jolly Holidayer, which is the name of the product being sold. Only 4 easy payments of 1,999 plat. Okay, so just like an infomercial. And this one says, act now and receive the Frostfell package absolutely free. And then I put cards on here that are fake cards. These aren't really from me. So like, Happy Bristlebane Day, because I was building this house around Bristlebane Day time. And it says, hey, chickie, which first it said, hey, dude. And that's when Mary Jane was like, It says, Happy Bristlebane Day. Have you finally taken down those Frostfell decorations? Your concerned friend. So no, so obviously Gridlok has not taken down the Frostfell decorations, and it is Bristlebane Day. And that was the joke of the whole thing. And the other card says, Merry Frostfell. Hey, Merry Frostfell, I hope you like the TV I got you. So this nice TV. Just be careful. I heard it may have some magical properties, specifically sucking you into the TV world. Good luck, a friend. And so that's the whole point. We're going to get to go inside TV world and watch the infomercial, basically, in just a second for whatever the Jolly Holidayer is. The TV is made out of a sign. Oops, hold on a second. The Freeport sign, and then a rainbow, one of those rainbow bridges I turned on its side and sunk into the wall. It's actually partway inside. There's like a hallway behind here, and it's partway inside there. And I just thought it was something a little different than what most people use for TVs, and I wanted to try something new, and it ended up working out. It was a pain to do, but you know, I had a lot of fun with it. And then I actually got this idea from Rat Bill. I've seen him do this in a couple houses where he's made like DVD players and things like that. And so I wanted to try my hand at making my own. And then I have like DVDs over here, or whatever you wanna think. The only thing that drives me crazy is that these stick out. These buttons stick out of the thing, but that's okay. It was the best I could do with what I had. And then over here, I had a lot of fun trying to make an ugly chair for one thing, and then I made a remote. Most people use like a black rail. that would not fit because when I stood it on its end, I couldn't sink it down far enough without it disappearing. So I ended up having to use a black book, and I like the way it turned out. And my soda can, I kind of got this idea from a house that I forget who made it, but I think Ealdian had a hand in it, Den Mom had a hand in it, and somebody else. It was for some other swap event, and they had made a aerosol can for in the bathroom, like, potpourri spray. And I don't know why, but that just gave me the idea to make this can of soda. And then, of course, to go with soda, if you're watching late night television, you need a bag of potato chips. And I used pillows. There's some heart pillows, and I sunk them down into this bag and made it look like a bag of potato chips. And so I always thought that was pretty cool. One of my favorite things I've made. And so anyways, so then the whole point is to then view the infomercial, if you will. And so you go, I had wanted to put the portal pad up on top here, but I couldn't get it to work right. I wanted it to seem like the TV was actually sucking you in. So this was as close as I could. So you have to start with number 1, and it's number 1, get magically sucked into the television. So here we go. All right. So this is the room that's being advertised right now. And over here, Millie Bays, which of course is Billy Mays. I thought these pants that I picked out looked like the most like jeans. I really think they look like jeans. And then I tried to find the best t-shirty looking thing that I could. And Billy Mays says, Millie Bays here, which is of course what he always says. Do you have the time to decorate for every holiday? I know I don't. Have no fear. The jolly holidayer is here. Watch the magic as I press this button and instantly change this room from Irolosi Day, ... And so it'll continue because, of course, we're watching the commercial. So this is the button. This is the jolly holidayer. It's just this little box with this magic button inside of it, and then it'll produce magical effects. I put the little heart on top to make it Irolosi Day. And, of course, I have the little altar to Irolosi. I'm not pronouncing that right, but that's okay. The little bar over here with the window on it and the pink. These are actually books around the edge. The books are actually what gave me the whole idea for everything. I saw these books and I was like, oh my gosh, I have to use those as a border somewhere. This door does not go anywhere. It's just a fake out, just so that it's not just a single room or whatever. And then over here we have a rug that I made. It's got one rug underneath it and then some tiles and things like that put on top to make it very Irolosi Day looking. The window over here, this was tricky. I wanted to do something else and have like Kinos use paintings and, have this same shape, but it really would not work. So I actually like how this turned out instead, but this was not my original plan. And so I have the nighttime scene out here with a fountain. I worked so hard to find this cape, or this, cape, I guess you'd call it. I love this. It's, forget what it's called, but it looks like flowing water, and it's like my favorite cape ever. Now we have waterfalls, but I doubt they'll get this small, so I still love it. And so I made this cute little Irolosi Day fountain out here. And then, of course, I had to make a fish tank. This is obviously, okay, so 18, this was around the time where I really started getting into my groove for my style and like my homemade furniture and things like this. So you can tell the difference between this one and my other fish tanks that I've made, just, the quality and the difference. And I love this, what is this called? Oh, I had it up. Whoops. The light cedar stuff. I used up so much cedar to make this, but I decided that I didn't want a water tile in the front, because then you can't illuminate it. Light does not transfer through it. So I put the water tiles on the back and the sides, so you'd still get that illusion. But yeah, and then I sunk some things. These are cupcakes that I sunk down in there, and they look like fish tank rocks, and I thought that looked really good. I got the pomegranate in there, just all sorts of different things to make it look like a fish tank. I did not want fish in there, however. There's a reason for that, and you'll see in just a little while. Over here, I made a little tiny bookshelf. None of these books say anything. I just wanted them for their colors. And I made bookends out of the pillows and just tried to make as much Irolosi Day stuff as possible. Got the flowers in the vase. And then up here, a little picture that I made with candy canes around to give the nice pink border. And then the flowers are from a cake. And the heart, of course, is the heart box. And then over here, these are my very first lamps that I've ever created. And of course, I don't use the layout editor, but so this was very, very tricky. But I took these candles and then I put the boxes upside down and made these cute little things over it. And I love these tables in here. The table here is made out of a window and two other tables flipped upside down. I thought that looked really cute, really different. And you could now finally, this is, where I started making my own couches and things like that. These took a lot of rares, but I didn't care because I really liked the way I did this with the heart pillows on there. And it all matches very nicely. And I was very happy with it. So this is like my favorite fireplace that I have ever built. I love this hewn, I think it's hewn stone. Yeah, hewn stone stuff. It has such beautiful details on it, and just being able to use it all to make. And of course, I got the black piece up there so it looks like it's going up the chimney. And I put the red marble in here because this is Irolosi Day and I wanted it to match. So over here, this is just a simple bush with roses put inside of it. And I got some artwork up here. This window I used a lot, as you can tell, because it's just so pretty and so Irolosi Day. And then, of course, I had to make a chandelier, finally. And it's just a cake up there and some plants hanging down. And it just turned out so nice. So now let me show you the rest of the infomercial. So Millie Bays said, watch the magic as I press the button and instantly change this room from Irolosi Day to, go to number 2, watch him press the button, to Brew Day. It's like magic because it is magic. The Jolly Holidayer uses your existing furniture and surrounds each piece with a magical festive illusion. Set it to whatever holiday you want. Let's press the button again and see what happens. So basically, this is the exact same room. It's one floor above. If you go, what I did was out on the deck area, I built all 3 rooms, and you'll see the third room in just a second, stacked one on top of each other, and just the basic furniture, I would put, measure where it was on the first one, and then just raise it up until it was in the right spot for the second floor. And so it's the exact same thing, except that it's different colors because now it's for Brew Day. So for Brew Day, on the box, we have a beer stein. We have the altar to Brel out here. It's changed to green now around the edge. I used green books. Tales of a Hero. Millie Bays, of course, is still dressed the same because it's supposed to be the same commercial. The rug here has changed now to a beer stein. These are made out of pool balls, the cue balls. Just not all white. Some of them are colored. The ones with the stripes on them, I just sunk that down so you couldn't see. And I made this simple green, nice mug here with a nice froth on top. Outside, where it used to be a heart, is now a beer stein fountain pouring water. We move on to the fish tank. Same fish tank, except that inside now it's all green. And it's got beer steins and, different Brew Day things inside of it. The picture up here is changed to a nice deer skin, but the candy canes are now green and black. The roses in this vase have changed to these green flowers, and the books have changed to match the color scheme better. Bookends are now beer steins, and there's different knickknacks and things like that instead. The rug has changed here. The rug changed over by the door as well. The lamps, these lamps were very simple. I couldn't think of anything that I really liked, but the tables, I did put the steins underneath them so that they were a little bit more brew day-ish. The table again has changed. It's the same concept, window, same table legs. And then the couch is exactly the same, except that the pillows have changed. I used these mushrooms. I don't know why. I know there's a green pillow, but I thought the mushrooms would be something a little different and added a little extra. The fireplace also did not change, except that I used the burnished metal to give it kind of a more green or gold browny kind of look to it instead of the red. And up on top is a couple different things. This is that same bush with some green, yellowy bush sticking out of it, and then the beer stein table. And the artwork up here has changed also. And lastly, I love this. This was the only idea I had for this room when I first started was this beer stein antler chandelier. So each of these beer steins has I think I just put it over the existing candles that are on this chandelier. So, one of my favorite things I've ever made. I really am proud of that thing. That's pretty cool. So then, of course, lastly, we'll come up to Millie Bays here. And so let's press the button again and see what happens. So, of course, you got to just buy this thing already. And when you change this last time, ta-da! Bam! Now we're ready for Bristlebane Day. It's so easy to use and install. Even I can do it. You can own the Jolly Holidator today for 4 easy payments of 1,999 plat. Order yours now. So the box this time has the coin of winning. I use that a lot in here. And we have an altar to Bristlebane. It changed. And we got the purple theme going on. Now, I could not find a book that I liked for this. So what I did was it's actually mannequins with shields laying on their side all the way around the room. Got a different rug over here. I got this rug that I created. I had this idea. This is one of those things that keeps you up at night until you finally do it. But I had no idea that it was actually going to work. And like if you look at it from the wrong angles, you can see the lines and things like that. But you can still see, if you look closely, the jester hat symbol with the rainbow edging. And I use the coins of winning, of course, for the little bells on the jester hat. I really love the way that this rug ended up turning out. And thankfully we have so many different colors of tiles that, can actually do that with. So outside I have a coin of winning fountain. Not my best fountain, but I was having trouble coming up with concepts for that one. So I'll come back to the book in just a second. The fish tank, once again, has lots of purples and vibrant colors. I use the purple cupcakes sunk down as rocks, different things in there just to look very crazy and chaotic in Bristlebane Day. The picture, found a use for those silly rainbow feathers that we have, and of course the purple border. The flowers are purple flowers that we can get, and different knickknacks and books also. And the bookends are made out of the coins of winning. The lamps and the table. So the lamps are coins of winning. And then columns. If you have ever done this, where you take a white column and a black column, a white marble and a black marble, and you turn one of them just slightly, you can get this effect where it'll like white, black. I think Shanette may have been one of the first people I saw do this. And so I'll credit her with that. And I took these tables and I took cue balls and put them inside to make it look more Bristlebane and have all that rainbow craziness. Table, same concept as the others. Couch with the different colored pillows on it. And then the fireplace is the same, except I did the black and white poles to make it look a little different. And a little bit different stuff up here. Over here we have the same table thing going on, but I got purple going on inside the bush and different bristle baney looking rainbow stuff up here for the decorations. And so yeah, so that's the house. It's supposed to be like, you know, whatever kind of furniture you have, it doesn't matter because the Jolly Holidayer will wrap it in an illusion of each holiday, so you never have to decorate again. You just have to push a button, which would be amazing. And so I wrote the book. I usually write a lot in my books. I think it annoys some people, but I like to try to get my point across. So it says, I hope you enjoyed this infomercial house. I had a lot of fun coming up with it and putting it together. Here's some fun facts about this house. Do not camp in the 3 holiday rooms. You will get stuck and the signs will mock you. So what that means is underneath, when you camp in a place that is not a solid floor, like it's a floor that you built, you will crash through it and go down to the very bottom. And so I have signs down there that are like that, basically, oh, so you camped in the house like I told you not to, and like laugh at you and stuff like that. So that's what that means. The very first room where your actor is fine though, because that's the actual house. Since I don't use the layout editor, the easiest way for me to build the 3 holiday rooms was to stack them on top of each other in the garden area. So that's exactly that's what I had to do, and that's why you should come at night because that's the best time to view it. However, since it's built in the garden, you will have to deal with the lighting changes as the sun goes up and down. I did my best with the lighting, but if you come in around sunrise and sunset, it's pretty blinding, like for real blinding. If you enter the teleport from different angles, you can see different things in the room change. So we're going to go ahead and do that. I ended up with a little yellow, sorry, because remember they said they didn't like yellow. I am not sure if I have the right gender on your house actor, so that's for me explaining. Please change your actor back to what it's supposed to be. So thank you so much for letting me build this for you, and I hope it's everything you were hoping for. So if you come over here to this, and like I was looking at the box, but if you turn like this way, and like let's say we go back to 2, we can see it change to the other, or like if I just look at the rug, you can see just the rug change, or looking over here at the different, oops, come on, acknowledge that here we go. So then you can just see the stuff change. And I think I really enjoyed creating this house and things like that. And so one thing that I missed, if you go back to reality, so out of the TV, Gridlok says, this is why I shouldn't watch TV late at night. Now I need to buy this thing. So poor Gridlok is going to chuck out however much plat that's going to have to be able to transform her room into, you know, every holiday and not have to worry about leaving her Christmas decorations up all the way till Bristle Bay Day. So, all right, let me see. Let me get inside the light here. Okay, Luna's going to say bye. All right, so thank you all so much for joining me. I'll come out with more videos very soon of my art archive project.